Hey everybody, Jabman025 here. Today I'm taking a look at my 121st Master Grade, the Zaku 2, Char's version 2.0, clear color. This is part of what I like to call the exotics lines. These you cannot buy at any other store. You can't even buy them on the Gundam website. You have to buy them at certain events that they are sold at. Expos, conventions, what have you. The box looks very different. Well, it looks actually very similar to the old box, except it's white. The background is completely white. It says clear color on the side, and it tells you where it came from. In this case, the Gunpla Expo. Like I said, they're sold at lots of different events, but you have to go to one of those events to get them. Or in my case, you have to buy it from someone who went to that event and bought it. You can see the ticket there. I don't know if you can see what there. It says 8,000 yen. These kits are very expensive because A, they cost more than your standard mass grades, B, you got to pay the middleman, and C, you got to ship it. This wasn't cheap. This cost me well over double what the standard master grade cost. Look at the internal frame. I was kind of worried that it would be the standard internal frame, but it isn't. The whole thing is gunmetal, i.e. gray with a gloss coating on top, so it really shines. Parts, obviously, are clear, so that gunmetal really pops through. What's funny is the colors don't really look red until you put them on the kit. Even that black there is clear, but it's just so dark you can't really tell. On the side, it almost looks like an amber color. The back is much more traditionally red. And you can see the cables, which were red before, are standard gunmetal now. See, when you got the parts on the tree, they look pink, almost a peach color, really, really light. But once you start putting them on the thing, it looks a lot better. And like I said, the cables around the head, you get your choice of V-fins, you get your choice of antenna, as always, the standard new school look or the old school look. Mono eye still moves. This is just like the Zaku 2 version 2.0 Char's version that we've seen before, except the whole thing's clear, obviously. On the arms, you can see that the shoulder spikes clear all the way through since there's no internal frame, but you can see the frame peeking through on the shoulder, on the arm. I always thought this kit had a beautiful internal frame. It was kind of a shame that it was all covered up. Here, it's covered up, but it's not covered up. You can see the shield guard on the right arm. The whole thing's hollow. There is no internal frame. That's kind of neat looking. You can see right through it, but you can still see the backbone of the frame inside that holds it all together, and I think that looks real neat. And you can just look at this kit for days. It's fun to move things and see the little parts moving inside. The legs, they're even better. You can see the skirt armor in there, but you can still kind of see all the way through it where the armor doesn't go all the way across. Cables in the gunmetal, which I thought was a brilliant idea. I was kind of afraid they'd use the standard pink and it wouldn't match right, but nope. Change that over to gunmetal so it kind of looks like it's hollow, so you can see the internal frame that isn't there but is. Does that make sense? Probably not. Bend the legs, you can see the pistons and the ankle moving, and you can see the knee moving and everything repositioning. The cable's actually connected a lot better for me this time than the original Zaku 2 version 2.0, so here's a bonus. But this kit is just gorgeous to look at. Stand there and enjoy every little detail. It's a beautiful, beautiful kit. Said it does the two favorite things about this kit were the internal frame and the look. Well, you get both. It has the look of the Zaku 2.0, but it has that internal frame you can still see, and it's a beautiful thing. And here you see them all put together, one solid piece. And from head to toe, it's a beautiful kit. It just, like I said, I hate to repeat myself, but it does the two things I wanted it to do. This is a Zaku 2, and you can still see the internal frame. On the back side, it's really fun to look at parts on the backpack. You can see all the little detail they put into the internal frame, and the skirt armor, all the little detail of different pieces. The thrusters, how they connect into the leg. I'm showing my true Gunpla nerd here, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous thing. It looks like a machine, even though it's plastic. Now, accessories. These are molded in the clear black, which is so dark you can't really tell it's clear. But if you hold it up to a light, you can see, you can kind of see through it, especially where the plastic is thinner. but quite frankly, it's really not really good. It doesn't look very good. It looks like I don't know, it didn't mold correct, or I don't know. I didn't like it. The accessories are nothing to write home about. The standard accessories look better. You still get the lift, and that's in your standard gray, so you might as well hang on to that. And you still get a tiny little clear ghost Char, or standard Char, I don't know. It's clear, whatever. The only thing I really do like, though, is the Beamax, or Heat Hawk if you prefer. Because at the very edge of the blade, it's thin enough that you can kind of see you can see a ghost shimmer to it. It looks like it's a black Heat Hawk that's heating up and the end's getting white. That looks kind of neat. This is the kind of one exception to that rule, but still, this is a really neat look. I didn't do anything to that. I just put it on his waist, and I'm happy. Decals. They give you a full set of decals, and it would be a crime to use them on this kit. This is only the second Master Grade I've ever put no decals on, first being that guy, and he also had some clear parts on him. But no decals on this guy. It would be a crime to put him on there. He's gorgeous as is. Final thoughts on this kit. I've always wanted this exotic. I always, like I said a couple of times in this review, I always liked the internal frame on this kit, and I wanted to see it and see the Zaku. I got both my wishes, and I was really afraid how much work am I going to have to do to make it look really, really good? How much painting, how much detail work? The answer is none. Build it like you did your standard Master Grade Zaku version 2.0, and you'll get a gorgeous kit that just happens to be clear. It's a kit you can look at forever. It's a beautiful design, all sorts of detail into it, and I highly recommend it. That being said, this is a collector's kit, and this kit is very expensive. This cost me a little over double what the standard Zaku version 2.0 Master Grade cost, plus shipping. It's not cheap. It's not easy to find, and it's for hardcore collectors only, or just serious Gunpla nerds like myself. That being said, if you look at this and go, wow, I have to have that, I highly recommend it. Great kit. Just realize, it's not for everybody. Well, gang, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this review. Hope you found it informative. If you have any questions, please ask them. I will answer them as best as I can. And please stay tuned for more. I always got more reviews coming. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you next time. Oh, and one more thing. Now, let me be clear. I am a gorgeous model kit. Get it? You get it? Let me be clear? Huh?
Boo! Boo! You stink!
This is bad, and you should feel bad.
Aww.